What's good, everybody? This is Soleternity, and today what I want to do for you, as I've got pulled up here, I've got the session to the instrumental for Technicians by Tech N9ne, which I produced. And, I've had a lot of people make a lot of comments to me about this beat. They had a lot of questions about it. They wanted to find out about the drum kits, about some of the instruments used, about all sorts of different things regarding the beat, and I've got the session pulled up right here, and we're going to dissect all of it in 10 minutes or less. I've broken down this video so that I'll start with the kick for a minute, the snare for a minute, other percussions, bass, instrumentation for the verse, for the hook, the bridge, and then finally talk about the arrangement of the track, and if we've got any time left, tons of other stuff I can talk about too. So let's get into talking about this beat and how it was created and how a beat goes from this phase right here to being a #1 Billboard beat on a #1 Billboard album. Alright, let's start with the kick. The kick is a number of layers. People always ask me, like, what kick did he use? And I'm like, well, which one are you talking about? Because there's a ton of kicks. We've got this kick right here, which was taken from a Roland Phantom drum kit. Okay, it's layered 3 times. All of the layers are EQ'd and they have a Waves L2 running after the equalization. I've got a couple of sounds that I layered over top of it. That's one of them. Then I've got some drums. One of the kick drums I made, one of them a producer named Kaz1, who was a great mentor to me. He made one. And the other one, I don't even remember where I got it from. But when I put them all together, it sounds like this. I'll solo them. That's me soloing them out. And then to add a final layer, we've got a timpani drum on there too. So that's what the kicks are looking like. Let's go down now and take a look at the snares. The snares are, I've got 9 or 10 snares in here, and actually if you count the claps down here that I put in, I've actually got about 11 or 12 snares and claps. They came from all over. Some of them came from the croup drum kit, like if I can solo some of these out real quick. This is a croup drum. Ooh. Oh, it's a sick snare. And then I just started layering on the snares, man. Okay, so that's how the snares are sounding, man. And let's see what type of EQs and stuff I put on the snares. Here's the snare roll. Okay, adjusted about the 3K. I brought it up and I cut right there. That was for the snare roll to thin it out a bit, get it real crispy. Some of the snares I left uneq'd. Some I brightened up a bit, etc. So that's what we're looking at for the snares. Okay, let's take a look at some of the other percussions that are used in this beat, which would include like these hi-hats and shakers. These come in occasionally. Very rhythmic. Here's the crash that I used. One of the crashes that I used. Here's another crash that I used in combination with it. That's a sick sound. And I created that by taking a normal 808 cymbal crash and just pitch shifting that thing down, man. That's all I did. Sorry about that unexpected noise that came from my phone. No, that is not part of the beat. Alright, let's see what else do I got. I got, okay, yes sir. Great sound. This is a sound I made a long time ago in 2004 using a shaker. Got other vocal effects in here. All sorts of different ones. And then of course arguably the most important,
Soleternity.
the Soleternity tag. Alright, let's talk about the bass real quick. Okay, first element of the bass, the 808. That's a solid 808. Why does it sound so solid? Well, first I smash the bass with an L2, I equalize it and roll up the low end, throw a C1 compressor on it, and throw another L2 on it. I'm smashing that sound together. There's no decay on that sound, man. It has been smashed. Okay, now that 808 runs through the verses, but when we get to the chorus, I actually changed the bass sound to be a patch from the Roland, or rather from the motif rack. And that sound actually is from the Nord lead. That's one of the layers on the bass. and it's sitting in there, it's layered in the bass, it's very EQ'd as you can see, but that's not the driving bass. This is. As you can see, I'm smashing this sound too. I'm smashing in with the L2, the same process, man. Blowing out the low end, bringing in the C1, bringing in the L2s, smashing it, dude. And then I've got 2 layers of it to really bring it out in the mix. Okay, we talked about bass. Let's talk about a little bit of the instrumentation that comes in during the verses. This is the sound that drove the direction of the whole beat. It's from the Nord lead. It's a bass. I've got 2 layers of the same sound to fatten it up. This was another leading sound, also from the Nord lead. We can see that I've EQ'd it very strongly to bring out certain frequencies and make it distinguishable. Your classic trumpet brass stab that came out of the motif, just one note, that's all you need. Here's something really cool that I did. This is a sound that came from the Nord lead. This is what the sound originally was. I achieved that pitching up by using a modulation wheel. I threw an EQ and a reverb on it, and then I layered it 4 times, and each time that I layered it, I changed the pitch slightly. If you look right here, it's a beat mapped file, and the pitch has been shifted up half of 1/10 of a semitone. And the reason why you do that, the phasing effect that's created makes it sound really cool. And here, let's hear it. So the reverbs, the EQs, layering it with changing the pitch shift on the different, but only slightly, only half of 1/10 of a semitone, and it creates a phasing sound that's really cool. Let's talk about the instrumentation on the hook briefly. Okay, this instrument came in and really gave definition to the song. It's a layer of a string. That's not the string, here's the string. That string layered with this synth. Crucial towards building the sound. Both of those sounds came from the motif rack. All these are organic sounds from hardware. I didn't use any software sounds in this beat whatsoever. Let's see if there's anything else that interesting going on there. Filler noise straight off the Nord lead. So there's a lot of really cool instrumentation going on. Okay, so that's what the instrumentation on the chorus was sounding like. I want to talk about the bridge really quick. A lot of people liked the bridge, and what I did, I just kind of had fun, man. I made them a lot more musical sounding. You know what's really crucial about making a bridge, man? Don't change all the instruments. Bring in a couple new ones, but use the same instruments from the beat and use them in a new way. But here's like an organ that comes in. Just all sorts of stuff going on, man. Alright, and so now the last thing I want to talk about is we're closing on 10 minutes here. I wish I had hours to talk about this beat, because I could talk about this beat for hours. There's so many things going on. 55 tracks layered within this beat. I could, but we'll save that for a later time, or maybe you'll have to catch one of my classes and allow me to expand on it more. Now let's just take an overview of the beat. The arrangement, it has an 8-bar intro, goes into a 16-bar verse, 8-bar chorus, 16-bar verse, 8-bar chorus, 8-bar bridge, and then a 16-bar fade out. And Tech N9ne and Strange Music kept the format the same, which is awesome. So they kept everything the same, man. When they asked me for the tracked out beat, they wanted the mix to sound exactly like how I had mixed the beat. So I sent everything as stereo files, which is unusual. I sent everything as with all the effects on it, which is also something I'm not used to, and it turned out great. So now that we've done it, let's take a little listen to the beat and just look at what we just went over.
Soleternity.